Greeting, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you are in this world. I want to talk today about how to write a book. But before I do that, I have to address something. And if I keep silent on this, I will be guilty for the rest of my life. What I want to talk about is this agenda they're pushing on our kids in schools. They've been pushing this agenda, you know exactly which agenda I'm talking about. They've been pushing this on us for 20 years, on adults, and it didn't work. Because we well protected, we immune. We're born in a society where there is ethics, faith, and everything. We believe in God. But now they turn on our kids. The reason they're doing that is because kids between 5 and 7 are impressionable. They can scar them for life. They can program them for life. They can confuse them for life. And when you go for our kids, that's where we draw the line. That's the end. That's where we draw the line. And each one of us has the responsibility to protect our children. So let's say it for one and all. In all scriptures, Quran, Bible, Torah, God states clearly that God created Adam and Eve. Let me repeat it again. Adam, Eve. End of the story. End of the conversations. For the adults who want to identify as a paperclip, chandelier, bipolar panda, be whatever you want. Don't bring this to our children. That's where we draw the line. You don't bring this to our children. That's it. You want to do that? There is reason. In the UK, Muslims took their kids out of school. So many. So who are you going to brainwash now? We're taking our kids out of schools. You're going to program air. You're going to put your filth on an empty seat. We took our children off schools. How about that? Go on then. So this is what we have to do. You go for our children, we protect our children. If I have kids, they will be taken out of school. Kids are innocent. We program our children. We show them the real world. We show them faith. We don't want to be programming them. A state will be programming them, or satanics program them, whoever is behind this. These people are sick. How could you bring filth in the books to our children? I couldn't stay silent on this. So we're going to protect our children, and this is the end. This is where we draw the line. You will not put filth in the brains, the innocent brains of our children. This is what I wanted to say, and this is what I wanted to share with humanity, and I will never be silent on this. They are sick, mentally sick, and I know what they're doing. I did politics. I studied politics. I know what they're doing now. They're doing this for the next generation to comply. So they break them from a young age. So in 10 years, 20 years, they will be slaves. But no, we're not gonna let this happen. Our children, and protecting our children is our responsibility. Now, let's talk about, this is urgent, I have to speak about it. Let's talk about how to write a book. To write a book, first of all, you don't write it tomorrow. You don't write it next week. You don't write it next month or next year. To write a book, you need to write it now. Now, today. There is no urgency. You need to start writing your book today. There's no tomorrow, next week. This is why. I will tell you why you start writing today. I delayed writing my book, then I lost one of my best friends. He died suddenly. He had immune system problems, but he died 2015. And when he died, it shows me that I could die one day and I don't write a book that that something is in me I can't share with humanity. It's my book, it's my story to help the world. So before, I think 2015, before midnight, I pulled my phone and I put the chapters, because that year I didn't do much, so I felt I have achieved nothing. So I wrote all the chapters in my notes, and before the clock hit midnight, I had all the chapters, I think 15 minutes before midnight. Then I met 2016, I met a speaker and an author, Junior. He's one of my friends. I have put his name in my book. And he told me, he heard my story, he told me, this is definitely a book. He said people with less stories had a book. So he said, you need to write a book, because your story is going to help a lot of people who are going through the same process or have gone through the same process, for them to heal and for them to keep going and not give up. So this is Junior, and I have dedicated, in the first page I have mentioned him because he is the one who believed in me and encouraged me. So let's see how I started. This is my experience. Everybody has different experiences. This is how I wrote my book. I created 9 Word documents, 9 chapters. I titled them. If you check in my book, there is 9 chapters. And I started writing. And I focused on a chapter that I had more to tell, to say. There is so much in me, especially the chapter where I struggled and I overcome it. And it's, I think, the chapter of you're far stronger than you think you are. When I started writing, I couldn't stop. I had 2 hours in the afternoon, 4 days a week, sometimes 5 days a week. The reason I was not writing at home, because there was absolutely chaos at home, and I was living with a psycho. Just a warning for you, if you want to do something good for humanity, you're going to get under attack. I was fine with my life until I started writing my book, and everything fell apart. Everything. I was attacked from everywhere. I had vitamin D deficiency. I had a lady who called the police on me for no reason. Nothing happened to me because she's just a psycho. My friend was put in prison for false allegations. Money-wise, I was bankrupt. Everything came at me at the same time. This is, for me, just to write a book, just to do something in this to humanity. So I started writing. This is what happened to you when you start writing. So 9 chapters, 9 Word documents. If you don't have a computer, put it on your notes. Put it on your notes. I have an iPhone, so I don't know about Samsung or other devices, but in the notes, title the chapters in your notes and start writing. When you are in the metro, in the tube, when you are at the street, when you are at home, just write. You can type. As you are texting your friends all the time, scrolling through TikTok, can you write? You can write. Easy. And if you don't have a computer and you don't have a phone that can have notes, obviously I doubt that, write it buy just a blank notebook and then write in there. Put the chapters in there, start writing. And then you're gonna hit a stage. I think my 2nd chapter or 3rd chapter, the pen dried. I couldn't write. I just went blank. This is what happened. And some of you get discouraged. It's like, how can I finish a book and on the 2nd chapter or 3rd chapter, I don't know what to write? No. I have a solution to that, because it happened to me. When the pen dried, when you got a brain freeze, when you run out of ideas, stop for a day, 2. Read definition in the dictionary about the topic you want to write about. Google the topic. Watch YouTube in the same topic and watch documentaries. And after doing that, I promise you, it will click, and then you will be fluid again, and you start writing. And then you keep going. You keep going and write. Write with honesty. Don't lie. Do not exaggerate, because you will get found out. Everything that happened to you, write it as it is. If you add or exaggerate for you to make the story more appealing, you are absolutely shooting yourself in the foot, and that's the end of you. If readers don't trust you, if publishers don't trust you, if you get found out, interviewed in a podcast, and your story doesn't add up, how about that? This is where you get wrong. So write with honesty. Your affirmations have to be backed with facts. Everything you write has to be truthful, referenced, and backed with facts. Be honest. Be honest. Everything that happened, state it. And also, aim to make the world a better place. Don't aim for the money. If you aim for the money, then you, if your purpose is the money, then if you won't make it. You will be just aiming for money. And when you aim for money, then you're going to be discouraged if the money doesn't come. No, aim to make the world a better place. And also, don't forget, put a deadline. For me, I did 9 months, but I end up with 18 months. It's not because I was lazy. It's not because I was not writing. Because the obstacles that I went through are, some of the weak people will give up. Obstacles, hell, everything was going wrong. I tried, but 3 months, I think I was not well for about 2-3 months with vitamin D deficiency. One of the creators, one of the freelancers, just to do my cover, it took 3 months. And other obstacles, but I finished. I aimed for 9 months, but aim. If you don't have problems, that's great. But if you have, do your best to not push it more than a year or something. But I had no choice. Yeah, and so you have wrote your book. You have wrote the chapters on Word documents or wherever. Now let's go to the technical side. Let me help you with that. So I have added, you can see in the links, I have added links below to help you on who to approach for you to publish your book. So I published with Amazon, KDP. So that's who I published with, but there are other publishers. What I did is self-publishing. I didn't go to a publishing, traditional publishing. I went to self-publishing. Self-publishing has revolutionized the world. It's like has given so many opportunities to young writers, to debutants, it has given a voice to so many people around the world. And by the way, I have a tip. If you want to be a good writer, you have to be a good reader. Read at all times, because it gives you ideas, it gives you how to describe, it gives you layout. Use your own way, but a reader is a good writer. So, technical side. Send your 9 chapters or 10 chapters or 5, I don't know what chapter. Send them for proofreading. You can find this in, it's cheaper in Fiverr or People by Hour, which I put the link below. Proofread it, edit it, and then when you're happy, next step is formatting. There are freelancers who do formatting for you. The book page number and everything, and the layout, whatever you want. There's few options and you can choose one. I chose one that I liked. After that, you can do cover. I chose my own cover. I want few and I chose one because he did a 3D and I had an idea and he was a genius. I know he was not like he had an issue. They even asked him of Fiverr, but he was a genius in 3D. I checked his product and I checked his design. He's amazing, but he was just, I don't know, he was lazy. He was just or he had a lot of work, so he didn't care. I don't know why. So they asked him, but he was a genius. So we said proofreading, we said editing, we said formatting. Next step, book cover. Choose a book cover, appealing one. I'll show you mine at the end. And then don't forget to, when you finish your book cover, don't forget to have an ISBN number. ISBN number, International Standard Book Number. You have to have that, and you have to have your book copyrighted as well. In UK, your book is already copyrighted. As soon as you write, your book is copyrighted. But because you're publishing with Amazon, you need to have copyright. Copyrights for writing is about 70 years. Because you are publishing internationally, my book is international, so I have to copyright it. I think I spent some money on it, but not a lot. It's affordable. And then you publish. I have added the link for you to publish, and then your book go live, and your book come in touch. You put a price on it, and then that's it. You are an author. Congratulations, you are an author. It's not that hard. You just have to start. And the final product of what I said to you is, let me show you what I have. Here it is. Look at this. This is my book. That's the title. This is the design, my name. Look at the back. ISBN number, copyrighted. I forgot to say, this is called blurb, which is a summary of the book. So look at this. Here it is. Here it is. I designed this with the designer. This is a wall. It says, "You can't stop me, I have a dream." Me going through the wall with energy. I'm looking at my dream. The wall, I just destroyed it. Look at the energy. This is what I had in my head, and this is what the designer came to me. The colors in here are like the heat map. When you put a heat map on a scanned human being when he is happy and love, when he had love, this is the colors you get. So this is my book. You can't stop me, I have a dream. So start writing your book. Like Catherine Joyce said, we all have a book in us. So start writing your book, and hopefully in a year's time, you can send me a message with the book. You are all authors. It's not that scary. Start writing your book now. Thank you for watching, listening. See you on the other side.